Meanwhile, our reporter said that after the police agreed to look into the matter and take action, the individual temporarily halted his hunger strike and left the premises.
Coming up on the news tonight.
Tonight we're doing some counting. We're counting up the delegates for the convention, and it looks good. And we're counting down the days until November, and that looks even better.
More on the views expressed by U.S. Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney, who enjoyed a string of Super Tuesday victories, coming up on the News First International Desk. Returning to some local stories now. Former Army Commander Sarah Fonseca was brought to a private hospital in Colombo today as well for physiotherapy treatment.
A minister in this government, Maithripala Sirisena, has said that all politicians in the government extort money. How can a country be developed like this? When we come into power, we will put a full stop to all these corrupt activities.
Police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana states that strict action will be followed regarding vehicles that ply along the Southern Expressway. The police media spokesperson noted that this decision was arrived at following yesterday's fatal accident along the expressway.
The second fatal accident along the Southern Expressway took place yesterday. This lorry transporting timber commenced its journey from Valasmulla and entered the Southern Expressway from Pinnaduwa Gaul. It was revealed after the accident that although 3 individuals followed safety regulations while travelling in the lorry, 56-year-old K. Premachandra, who was a resident of the Mullavatta area in Valasmulla, lost his life since he was not wearing a seat belt.
The 3 of us were wearing seat belts, hence the injuries were minor in nature. The individual who was seated at the back of the lorry was killed in the accident.
It is clear that not following safety regulations when entering the Southern Expressway was the reason for the fatal accident which claimed the life of a person yesterday. Therefore, we made inquiries from the police media spokesperson why permission is granted for such vehicles to enter the expressway.
The fitness of the vehicle. So they have to check the condition of the tires, side mirrors, the park lights, the signal lights and the wipers. So if this the fitness is not suitable to go on the southern highway, so they should not enter the vehicle into the highway.
Prime Minister D.M. Jayaratne states that the cost of living can be reduced if the government curtails its expenditure on education and health.
The foundation stone was laid today for the construction of a new fence for the Avarivatta Sumitra Rama Viharaya in Katunayaka. I understand that it is difficult to live. The difficulty to live will never ease. Only death will ease it. The increase in fuel prices is not only affecting us, but is affecting the entire world. It is true that when fuel prices are revised, people find it difficult to live. Do you think that this situation can be reversed by merely demonstrating opposite the Fort railway station and calling for fuel prices to be reduced? No. If there should be an empowerment in this regard, free education should be stopped. The government expenditure on health should be curtailed. If we can curtail our expenditure on these sectors, we can reduce the cost of living. There is a huge demand in the world today for Buddhism, especially in countries such as Europe and America. However, we lack individuals who could preach Buddhism. This is a huge problem. We have to engage in a lot of activities to address these issues during this era, where we mark the Sambuddhata Jayantiya. On the other hand, another disappointing incident is taking place. The temples in our country are being closed down owing to the lack of monks across the country.
The investigative report into the deaths that were reported at the Special Care Baby Unit at the Mahamudra Teaching Hospital in Gaul is to be submitted to the Minister of Health tomorrow. Director General of Health Services Dr. Ajit Mendes said that the investigation had been conducted by a group of specialists attached to the Medical Research Institute.
12 infants have died at the Mahamudra Hospital in Gaul since January this year. Deputy Director of the hospital, Dr. Kukshan Bellana, said some of these deaths were result of stillbirths and abortions. He says that it is suspected that 3 of these deaths may have been the result of an infection. He also said that as speedy measures were taken to contain the infection, there should be no fear when admitting pregnant mothers to the hospital. As the unit was sanitized and all infection control measures were practiced, there have been no new cases. The admission of premature infants and infants from other units has been temporarily halted. Pregnant mothers need not fear giving birth at this hospital. According to government statistics, the infant mortality rate for every 1,000 childbirths stands at 8.5%. However, the fact that 10 deaths occur for every 1,200 childbirths at the Mahamudra hospital cannot be disregarded. Meanwhile, at a media briefing convened by the Senaka Bibli Memorial Organization today, views were expressed regarding the situation at the Mahamudra Teaching Hospital. When a group of consultants analyzed samples from the dead infants in the laboratories, information has come to light that a bacteria identified as Klebsiella had caused the deaths. The sample is taken and bacteria is reproduced. Thereafter, they administer antibodies to this bacteria and see through which antibody the bacteria can be destroyed. Only then does the doctor prescribe medication. However, despite administering these children with the appropriate medication, they have died. Therefore, we suspect that the medication was not of good quality.
Good evening and welcome to Sports First on Primetime News. I'm Nadim Majid. Let's first take a look at some news from down under. Now, Sri Lanka is gearing up for the decisive final against Australia with the hope of winning a tri-series for the first time in Australia. Speaking to Sports First over the telephone, Tilakaratne Dilshan said that Sri Lanka are confident of winning tomorrow's match.
As a team, we are very confident after winning the last ODI second final. I think we are looking forward to finish the series very strongly. Everyone looking forward to tomorrow's match. I think as a team, we are very confident. Everyone keen to do 100% tomorrow and win the series.
Dilshan stated that after a fitness test tomorrow morning, a decision will be made on whether Angelo Matthews will feature in tomorrow's final. Lasith Malinga, who also suffered a minor injury during yesterday's game, will undergo a fitness test tomorrow. Meanwhile, Shane Watson will lead the hosts tomorrow as Michael Clarke will not feature due to injury. Fast bowler James Pattinson will be replaced by either Nathan Lyon or Ben Hilfenhaus. Tilakaratne Dilshan leads the batsman's list with the highest number of runs, while Lasith Malinga tops the bowlers list. While Australia won the first of the 3 finals, Sri Lanka bounced back to level the series by winning the second final. The decisive third final will commence at the Adelaide Oval at 8:50 a.m. Sri Lanka time. Still in cricket news, the Battle of the Blues, played between Royal College and Colombo and St Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia, is the longest unbroken cricket series in the world. Tonight we take a look at the Thomians, who are working tirelessly to take on the Royalists in their 133rd big match. Sachin Pires will lead St Thomas's College for the 133rd Battle of the Blues, while Umesh Fernando will serve as his deputy. The Thomians won 6 of their 19 matches this season and lost only 1 match against Trinity College, Kandy. We have a very balanced team and our team includes 8 colorsmen. We have performed well in all 3 departments this season and we expect to compete well in the big match. Asir Vikramanayaka is the highest run scorer for the Thomians with 753 runs, while Rushen Matangavira is the highest wicket taker with 53 scalps.
The Thomian team has performed very well this year, and our opponents, the Royalists, may not have had as good a record, but I don't think we are going into this match thinking that it's going to be an easy match. But the boys are very confident, so we look forward to a good match.
St Thomas's College has registered 34 victories in the Battle of the Blues, while Royal College have won 33 encounters, with the rest of the matches ending in a draw. The big match will be held for 3 days at the SSC grounds in Colombo starting from tomorrow.
Well, there you go. That's a look at the latest on the international and local arena as well as the business news. Well, thanks a lot for joining us. I'm Sharon Silva.
And I'm Kumarini Rajakaruna. Take care and good night.